Hello, 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 and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, bringing you the latest exclusive breaking news, previewing and reviewing the latest shows from WWE, AEW, New Japan, and everything in between every Saturday on YouTube and Castbox. Technically, we're doing this on Sunday, but usually it's Saturday. I'm your host, James J., starring Kaliko Yas.
Happy Father's Day to all the pappies. You usually get the big piece of chicken, but now, since it's your day, you just get two of the big pieces of chicken. Enjoy that one big piece, that one extra piece you get, because you don't get it that often.
Also starring Mitch Mayhem and Scooter Dust. Hopefully they'll join us a little later. And yeah, we're doing a Father's Day episode today. Kind of flipping the script. We did the watch along yesterday, and we were doing the actual show on Sunday.
Watch along party! I thought it was fun. Not saying I don't miss the other two, but it's greater to get it's greater to get better rapport with two people to let things breathe and let matches breathe and be able to go into segments. I did miss Scooter. I will say that because Scooter always comes in with those extra facts, and I'll be like, "Holy shit, did not know." Mitch ain't got the network, so I'm kind of like ashamed of him until he gets the network. But until then,
It's free now.
it's free. He ain't got no excuse now, unless he just like, I think Vince is a piece of shit, and or he just hates wrestling right now. One or the other.
Right. It is a great day for wrestling. Maybe not a great day for wrestlers.
Yeah.
As the last time we spoke, maybe earlier in the week, the Speak Out movement, hashtag Speak Out movement, started with David Starr allegations that were later confirmed by David Starr himself.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, a lot of people have been called out as as of right now, it's purely allegations, despite a few that actually did get in trouble. Um, what are your thoughts on this as a whole?
Well, you know, I try to keep my mouth shut with it because only three people. I always say only three people know what happened. The two people that were involved and the man up above. So it's usually like I let things play their course, and it's I try to reserve that judgment because I let the facts and let things come out as they may. Uh, although uh, I feel like we're in this time where women have been silenced for so long that the pendulum swung, and now it's swung to a point where it's like believe them regardless when it really should be take the accusation seriously and gather the facts, because as much as we want women to have equal stature and equal footing, and I really do, I mean, to me it's well overdue. We are in a nation of due process, and we do have things where uh, we've had where people actually lied about these things, so it's really hard for both sides to get the vindication that they want. And even if they do get the vindication each side wants, let's say like in an instance it's true or it's false, the damage has already been done because people are just trying to get their story out there. And I get it, and it's just complicated. And all we can do as fans and as people is just observe and see. We can't, I try not to jump to conclusions. I just let the facts and let legal and the justice system handle its part. And that's all I got to say about it because I ain't trying to get in that much trouble myself.
Yeah.
Like, that's it for me. Es todo, el fin.
The ones already confirmed, maybe not, the ones confirmed already are David Starr, Jack Gallagher, who's already been fired by WWE, Dave
Yes.
Lagana from NWA, who stepped down from executive vice president, and
Yep.
Mickey Whiplash, not to be confused,
Mikey. Yeah,
not
Mikey Whiplash. Yeah.
not to be confused with Mikey Whipwreck from the original ECW.
Yeah.
And we
So
are
yeah.
being joined by Mitch Mayhem.
Hey, what's up? Are we
What
talking
up?
about? What? Sorry, what's up?
I just said what up.
Oh, what up, Cleco? How you doing, bro?
Yeah,
No, are we talking about the allegations?
yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Uh,
thought,
okay, Scooter, directly knows Candy Cartwright,
who?
the chick who accused Matt Riddle.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She doesn't have the best track record. Let's just say that.
Okay. Well, what are your thoughts on this as a whole? Kaliko kinda is trying to.
It all happened at once. I don't know if I can even talk. I'm a white male, dude, so I don't know. I
Alright.
don't even know what I can say anymore.
Alright, so still in question, and this is a really long list, and I might not even have all of them at this point. Mark Paz Perry, Ross Watson, Stephen Hughes, Ladero, John Parker, James Finn, Russell Dempster, Pyro, Paul Littlewood,
What's
Alexander
what's
Dean, Travis Banks, Xander Cooper,
oh
Jack Sexsmith, Josh Bardum, Alex Shane, Thomas Griffin, Brian Dixon, Wolfgang Young, Scotty Davies, Jimmy Havoc, Danny Hudson, Jordan Devlin, Will Ospreay covering up for Scott Wainwright, Jim Cornette and wife, Bram, Velveteen Dream, Matt Riddle, Michael
and
Elgin, Joey Ryan,
and
Brian Fury, Alex
Joey Ryan.
Corvez, Brandon Strout, Chase Owens, and David Crest.
And Gallagher lost his job.
Yeah, I just mentioned
Okay.
that before you got on. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Yeah, so a lot of people, allegations. And we
Right.
should take this as just allegations right now. Matt Riddle already has said that these are false, which you just alluded to. Uh,
Well, okay, hold on. Let's be very clear about this. I think this was like Facebook or Twitter, and what happened was someone. And okay, first off, I want to make it very clear. It started off with an accusation against David Starr, which I believe David Starr's a fucking dickhead.
he admitted it.
But
He said that he did it.
pretty much. That doesn't shock me at all. He's a dickhead. But then it spun out to fucking. It spun into all kinds of girls just throwing people's name out left and right, free willy nilly, and it could be a jilted lover. We don't know, dude.
Right.
I don't know. It's a weird time. I don't know.
The only one I wanna bring up, and it's because we cannot go over all of this all in.
Velveteen Dream, I think there's something there. If he keeps getting in fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, Velveteen Dream has new allegations on him, and it seems pretty unclad at this point.
It's not the first time, yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of seems like, maybe Velveteen Dream is not the guy we thought he was. Uh, so maybe we'll get more in, but he hasn't been fired yet, so we'll still keep on that story.
Gallagher was fine. It has. I hate to say it, but it's just the truth. If you're like mid card or below and do some shit like that, watch out. But if Vince likes you enough, he'll keep you. It don't matter.
What I seem to notice that it was mostly UK based. This was a
But
long.
no, not all. But like I said, it was centered on David Starr, and then other women came out of nowhere and just started throwing their own accusations out of nowhere from all kinds of people. So, and that's what the speaking out shit is. So,
And we'll conclude with that on this topic. And speaking of women, I think it was a woman. Abandon made her AEW debut.
Abadon.
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 What?
I like her, dude.
Really?
Yeah, dude. It's new. I like it. She's a fucking zombie, bro. She's undead. It's sick.
What about you, Kaliko? What are your thoughts on Abandon?
It's new. Okay, follow me. Dawn. Put Abba and Dawn together. Yeah.
Abadon. Okay.
Abadon.
There you go.
I'll get it.
There you go. You got it already. Abadon.
Your thoughts,
Okay.
Kaliko?
I'm with Britt Baker. She needed Jesus. But I just feel bad for. I mean, I get what they did, but with Dana J, I feel like they propped her up just to shoot her down.
Yeah.
Like,
She's a pretty girl. I thought they were gonna push her.
hey,
when I saw that,
she's a Georgia Dogs fan. She's good in my book.
Well, a little earlier this week, it was announced that Chris Statlander tore her ACL, and she's going to be out for a while. So they definitely, this women's division in AEW has kind of been snake bitten at this point with everything that's going on.
Yeah,
they fucked up when they tried the first go around when they tried to what's her name the really like the 90-pound soaking wet
Rio.
Japanese girl.
Rio.
Huh? Oh, you talking about
Rio?
Yeah, Rio.
Yeah. When they tried to put Kenny got a fucking love boner for her to put the title on her. That's when it went to shit.
I mean, be quite honest though, that division was pretty much.
But there are
the
other people like Britt Baker that should have been at the top of that from the get go. And Penelope Cruz or Penelope Ford, she's good.
That was my point. When you think about that division, it was literally just Britt Baker and
Nyla Rose.
Yeah. I mean, but she was known for more being transgender than being a wrestler. I mean, not saying that, not disrespecting, but
it was always her and Rio. I'm just saying that's what I always saw.
But
they always pair those two together.
But when you look at the posters, you don't see Nyla Rose on that bitch. You see Britt Baker.
True.
So they made it seem like Britt Baker was a division. So to me, when Britt Baker got hurt, the division is fucked.
No, Statlander on top of that, right?
And then Statlander was an up and comer, and Sheeta was an up and comer.
She was the person that I would have, besides Sheeta, to rely on pushing the division in the wake of Britt Baker's injury.
It kind of seemed that way, the way they were pushing her. She was kind of like babyface.
That's why you see Abadon. They need new female talent, dude.
They need a whole roster. That's what they need.
Yeah. Anna J. Mitch, maybe you can help me here. Anna J. Magician or ringmaster?
Yeah, showgirl. I don't know.
Kaliko, you want your thoughts?
Well, I already told y'all what I thought she was, so.
She's a pretty girl. I haven't seen much of her wrestling wise though, other than what I saw. So.
Well, she joined the Dark Order, so.
Oh, really?
Not gonna see much more of her. Second thing happened on the
Why?
AEW.
Why would she join the Dark Order? She has everything going for her. Look at
She
okay,
lost to
whatever.
a fucking zombie.
Yeah, well, but I'm just saying, she looks like she's done well in life. I'm just saying. She's a pretty
Ooh,
girl, for God's sakes. They get handed a lot, but anyway.
uh, hashtag speak out.
Oh, fuck off.
uh, and the other thing happened on AEW TV was we got the debut of Ricky Starks, who's formerly an NWA guy.
That shocked me.
Yeah, it seemed like he was really pushed in NWA, and now he up and left for maybe greener pastures. What are your thoughts on that, Kaliko?
It's a weird time, man. Wrestling, it's just like a lot of revolving parts, and that's all I take it as. It's just another revolving part.
He's not the first person from NWA to go to AEW, Colt Cabana. So,
Yep,
True.
and
That's true.
but to me, Colt was like a holdover. I feel like Ricky was going to be like a star there.
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Him and Mag, or, I keep calling him Magnus. What shit? Nick Aldis. You can tell I'm an Impact fan, or was an Impact fan.
I mean, Aldis has been there that
TNA,
long.
not
He's
Impact.
Aldis is loyal. He's fucking been there that long. He ain't
All
going
this is the shit. I love Nick Aldis, but right. But I mean, you can tell that those were the two guys they wanted to build around, like build a company around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Ricky was going for the NWA title eventually, I thought, or not in the end of was it the
TV
North American,
title.
the second, yeah,
The
the
TV
second
title,
title.
yeah. So that's gonna be a hole that NWA is gonna have to fill, right?
Yeah, but if they ain't running shows, it really doesn't matter. Are they running shows?
No, not as of right now.
Well, that's wrestlers need to fucking work, dude. There you go.
Yeah, they're not holding shit.
Alright, and that is our news for this time around. And we are going to start our review, and we are wrestling with WWE Backlash. That was last Sunday, dubbed the greatest wrestling match ever. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Mitch, I'm hoping you caught some highlights. What were your thoughts on those?
No, I'm still on WWE strike, dude.
Alright,
But yeah.
Galeko, what were your thoughts on the show as a whole?
It was okay. I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the best. It's just.
I can hear the excitement pummeling from your voice, Cleeko.
I mean, the only thing I was happy about is Big Booty Bailey. She always gets it. And between her and Asuka and Nia, I'll take it.
Well, honestly, WWE has had worse paid previews. There wasn't really like a terrible match that went on too long. If if the pandemic did anything for wrestling, it made matches shorter and more enjoyable, in my opinion. Uh, Going on to the first.
I think that's subjective, but anyway, yeah.
The
I get what he's trying to say, like, because
I get what you're saying, but I think that's everyone's got a their own thing. Everyone's different. So.
But
Teach their
this for instance, the first match, the triple threat tag team match, the women's champions Bayley and Sasha defeated Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross and the Iconics to retain the titles in 8 minutes and 50 seconds. This probably would have been a 15-minute match if it wasn't for, Cova.
I don't know about that.
It would have been longer, yeah.
It would have been longer, but I don't know how much.
It would have been longer, but it wouldn't have served a purpose because we all knew who was going to win because right now it's Bailey's world, and I feel like Bailey has earned it. As much as everybody can say she may not be, but that motherfucker earned it because when motherfuckers were dipping, she stayed. And you know who I'm talking about? Sasha dipped. She stayed, and this is the fucking fruits of her labor. So you get it, girl. Fuck that.
Belly dog straps. Then you have
So hell, fuck that.
then you got Sheamus defeating Jeff Hardy in 16 minutes and 48 seconds.
Told you.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, and I even told Scooter on the remix. we were covering the match, and once the 3 count happened, I was like, "Ah, damn, Kaliko was right." You know, I would
Hey
have.
man, that was Bebop from the Turtles. No one beats Bebop from the Turtles. Or Rocksteady. One of them motherfuckers.
Alright,
The Ninja Turtles did every time. But anyway.
Yeah, you were right, as I told you so. Asuka and Jax ended in a double countout in 8 minutes and 27 seconds. You know, I would have said, you know, they're protecting Nia, but then they had her lose to Asuka cleanly on Raw the next night. So
Thank God.
I mean, because I mean, to be quite honest, it's about to be her and Charlotte, and I feel like this should be Asuka's time right now. Because I mean, to be quite honest, I think the only people that got in her way, as far as like her being as dominant as she could have been on the main roster, is the Four Horsewomen, and the only people who only person whose number she really has is Becky and Bailey, because she hasn't yet to face Sasha as far as like a purely one-on-one contest that I know of. And then Charlotte seems to have her number, but I feel like it's going to go in the reverse. So
right, and you know, obviously Charlotte is on a whole nother level than these girls when it comes to star power. One of the things I heard was that with Vince McMahon taking over creative again, Asuka wouldn't be affected because everybody's really a big fan of Asuka.
Actually, I heard that he changed his mind on her. Like he was gonna push her, and then he decided to not push her as hard, like as hard. That's what I heard.
I think they'll stick, because to me,
Well, I already
only
heard
two.
that. I'm just saying.
I know. I'm just saying. I hope it's
Right. I
not
hope
true, because
it's not true either, but I've heard it from. I'd be
because
surprised if it's not.
at this point it's only Asuka and Charlotte and
Right.
Nia, and that's about it.
But Nia
Sheamus,
is gonna. No, Nia is a liability in my opinion. But,
No,
yes.
I'm talking about as far as drawing power. As
right.
much
You
as
can't rely on Nia. No, she don't draw shit. I don't think she draws shit.
you be surprised.
I don't think she does shit.
Oh, you be surprised.
No.
Then you have the 2-on-1 handicap match. Braun Strowman defeated Miz and John Morrison to retain the Universal Championship. 7 minutes and
Not
20 seconds. Kaliko, what's your favorite fruit?
apples, but this is a squash. I will say
Man.
that.
You gave me a swerve, bro.
Indeed. See, I was on time this time.
What was that on the watch long, damn it? Drew McIntyre defeated Bobby Lashley with MVP to retain the WWE Championship in 13 minutes and 14 seconds. And Lana is on her third divorce.
She running through them niggas like J-Lo. she she trying to get six stones like Thanos.
But what did it cost her?
Oh man, I'm on a roll. Call me butter. I'm on a roll.
And the Street Profits had I don't even know what to call it, a movie match with the Viking Raiders. There were ninjas, bowling balls, hatchets, golf clubs, and a crocodile.
I just feel like the Prophets are popular, so they're trying not to like bury them. Because you know how as much as I like how they do tag teams, the problem is they do only one tag team at a time. So
Right.
like only one is usually like on top.
I mean, it keeps the rivalry alive while actually not actually having a match.
True, but what are the Prophets are going to gain by this? Because as much as you can say, yeah, it keeps the rivalry along, the numbers is for lifetime right now.
And we're obviously gonna get a Viking Raiders and Street Profits match down the line. Do you think that the Raiders are gonna win this, or do you think it's gonna be the Profits? Kalika?
I mean, it really until they get the match and until they beat them, it really means nothing.
All right. And the last match on the card, Randy Orton defeated Edge in 44 minutes and 47 seconds. Was it the greatest match ever of all time?
No, but it was pretty good until Edge fucked up his bicep, and then it kind of went downhill from there. And as much as everybody say, ain't nothing substituting the real thing, and he got in the real thing, and it's like, yeah, bro.
And I mean, Edge was Edge wasn't known for being the most healthiest person anyway, so it's not a surprise to me that he got injured in this match.
Yeah, fatigue, first time back, carelessness, not a street fight, so he couldn't overhype the deficiencies. It's a lot of mixed parts bound to happen.
True. But I will say this: it was a good match. I definitely think the enhanced audio played into it, right?
Yeah, because I mean, at this point, you got the storytelling between the two are not going to be an issue. It was just a matter of dubbing it the greatest wrestling match of all time, considering we done seen several of those in our lifetime.
Right. And I think we lost Mitch Mayhem once again. Unfortunately, had to step out. Um.
Yeah, it happens.
Yep.
His WWE strike literally took to the podcast.
And that concludes coverage of WWE Backlash. Not one of the better pay previews, not one of the worst ones. And here we
Yeah,
are.
a tweener.
Yeah, so we'll move on going forward. We are wrestling with New Japan Pro Wrestling New Japan Cup. We have results and previews the of the first two nights and the next two nights of the first round of the show. As a whole, what did you think of the first two nights of the New Japan Cup, Kaliko?
Let's see. Night one, they came out with a bang with the New Japan Cup cats. Like they balls to the wall. It wasn't even a joke how they came out. with that show. Night 2, you had like the biggest upset of the night or of the tournament, if you will. And it's just like, just when you think New Japan, you got this shit down packed, shit just changes, and you're like, God damn it. Uh, but it's just glad to have New Japan back because I like their style. I like their storytelling personally because they try to make it make sense and they give a reasonable way of people losing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's not like just like this fluky, hokey shit. So that to me is what I missed about it, and it's just glad to have it back.
First up, on night 1, Togi Makabe defeated Yota Tsuji. I don't think anybody was betting money on Yota Tsuji, right?
Unless you just wanted to take the other side and just, whatever. But we kind of knew what that one was going to happen.
Right. And this was definitely something I wanted to ask you. Do you think that, not having a crowd affected the show?
With New Japan, no. But and this is why, because the fans are not how American fans are. They don't try to take over the show. They sit back and watch it for what it is. They don't, so it wouldn't have been no different. Like they would, I mean, maybe at certain spots you could miss the fans, but for the most part, if you've watched a New Japan match, you're not going to hear like the fans trying to take over the match. They cheer when they need to cheer. They boo when they need to boo. They ooh when they need to ooh. They ah when they need to ah. And that's about it.
Next matchup, Yano Toro defeated Jado in 9 minutes and 7 seconds with a schoolboy.
I mean, when has Yano not won with a schoolboy? So, it's like he's like taking that. He's like, yo, John Cena won with that schoolboy. Let me make a career out of that shit. But yeah, I mean, that was expected too. Yano is as much as he's a comedy gimmick, he's the staple of the comedy side of
Oh yeah.
wrestling. So, I mean,
you're gonna get an entertaining match when Yano Toro comes on your screen.
oh yeah.
Then you have Homa losing to Hiromu Takahashi in 18 minutes and 45 seconds with a time bomb. So far the only junior heavyweight to beat a heavyweight in the tournament.
True. And the common thread between these two is that they both had their necks broken before.
Right.
So the only thing I think the match showed is the youth of Hiromu, because that's basically was, to me, the difference between the two is his youth and his stamina. You know what I mean? So that to me was a highlight of that match. The fact that he was he was the fresher guy. And let's just face it, like Takahashi is probably like the second hottest guy in that company right now.
Oh yeah.
If not the hot, you could make a debate for the hottest guy. So as far as like crowd,
I still say Naito's maybe a tad more over.
yeah, I'm not. I said you could debate it.
Right.
I ain't saying that it is. You can make the debate for it. I believe
felt like this was a good match. I kind of felt like this match was one that could have been enhanced
held
by
for the
a
crowd.
Yeah.
True, because of the simple fact that Takahashi, this is like his second match back as far as like second, third match back. So it would have helped the crowd being on his side. So yeah, I can see it.
And Homer's a fan favorite as well. I see some of the people getting behind Homer as well. So it's two guys that work better with a crowd reaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you have Tomohiro Ishii defeating El Desperado in 20 minutes and 17 seconds. Vertical uh, drop brainbuster. Yeah, Ishii, Desperado. Who did not see this coming?
True. I just feel like this one was a if Hiromu and Honma was youth versus old, this one was speed versus strength. And you just saw like the strength of Ishii and the roughness of Ishii and the durability of Ishii in this match.
And the thing of it is, yeah, he's still pretty strong, but I made an observation during the match. It would have not taken Ishii that long to finish a Desperado. Maybe even, I go back as far as 2 years. Has, Ishii's armor kind of cracking at this point?
He is up there in age, but he's more of a never open weight guy, so you could make the argument that him being in that open weight division, it's more of styles. So everybody can get caught. Everybody can come down to somebody's level. We had this conversation with Okada, like on any night, you don't need to be the best of all time. You just need to be the best that one night.
For 3 seconds.
And some people can, give it to you, but as long as you take care of business, you'll be okay.
Next up in the first round on the left side of the bracket, Ishimori defeated Gabriel Kidd in 8 minutes and 53 seconds with a LaBelle Lock.
Next. I mean, it was a short match.
It was a young lion going up against a veteran, so I don't think anybody had money on Gabriel Kidd.
Yeah, that's my point. So, you knew it. That was only going to go so long.
Yoramura lost to Yoshinobu Kanemaru in 9 minutes and 32 seconds with a deep impact.
Same as the first one. We knew who we know the two matches we were looking for in night 2, and so let's get to them. You already know, like, come on.
Yuji Nagata defeated Minoru Suzuki in 20 minutes 35 seconds backdrop hold, and yeah, two guys. We've been watching the Undertaker documentary, Undertaker's in his 50s. These guys are in their 50s, and they're still going like they're 25. This was by far the best match of the tournament so far.
Yes, and for Minoru to lose on his birthday of all days. He turned 52. He was fit.
It was his birthday on that day?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he lost on his birthday. He turned 52 and took the L. You know what I mean? Happy birthday. Take this L real quick. So, but I will say this is the upset of the tournament. I mean, Nagata, you mean he's, 2 years removed from the G1? I mean, he was just floating.
Right.
In a sense. And for him to have that, it sets him up against the winner of the other match, Okada, which is going to be very interesting. But
I
as
think
far as this
Okada's
match,
just
yeah,
grateful he's not fighting Suzuki.
true. I mean, but to me, either one of those two is going to give Okada a run for the money just with the experience. Um, but yeah, you're right. This one they went all over the place, man. They were beating each other senseless, and
Nagata's chest was just vocal meat at the end of it.
oh yeah, oh yeah, it's just yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, Suzuki was throwing chairs at him, so what the hell you expect?
oh no, only Suzuki's forms could have done that. I mean, he plays with all those weapons on the outside, but we both know Suzuki doesn't need those to win a match.
Yeah, he'll
I mean,
beat you with his bare hands.
exactly, he could literally kill you with his bare hands. And, New Japan not disappointing, giving us a out of nowhere victory, just when we don't expect it.
From a spot that we looked over because
Right.
we don't think Nagata. I mean, I'm like, Nagata.
Yeah.
Eh.
Suzuki, move
And
on.
yeah, exactly. And it just boom, there it goes.
Right? And that brings us to our last match. Kazuchika Okada defeated Gato in 15 minutes and 30 seconds. Kazuchika Okada defeated him with a Cobra Clutch. That's a new move for him, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Um, this one was seen more personal, like Gato trying to run every trick in the book to get him, considering that he knows Okada damn near probably
Oh,
better than any other. He knows Okada better than any person, any opponent ever.
he
So,
had a plan for every letter of the alphabet. He had the spray. He had brass knuckles. He had a wrench taped to his hip. He had an extra pair of brass knuckles. Like, he thought about this match.
oh yeah, he did. That he did.
Do you find it a little odd that it took Kazuchika Okada 15 minutes and 30 seconds to defeat Gato?
No, because this was more personal, and to me, I think the storytelling was that if it was anybody else, he probably would have. I mean, beat him, but to me, this was more like him letting his emotions get in the way of his match. Of of he let his emotions get in the way of the purpose. You know what I mean? Instead of just beating, because Gato betrays him, and as much as he probably had hits and runs with Gato, he never had a full on interaction with Gato.
Do you think Yuji Nagata and Suzuki should have main evented night 2?
Hindsight's 2020 because you were expecting, if you had it, because we were looking at it from before, we weren't even thinking of them main eventing because we knew that the story and the personal history between, even though Nagata and Suzuki has a personal history, uh, Okada and Gato's more recent.
Right.
So that's why I would have put them in the main event because it's more recent. It's a more recent betrayal, and it's a current, you know, a current story arc versus Nagata and Suzuki, which is, that's just a rehash from, I want to say, 7 years ago.
Uh, yeah, something like around that time. Um, so that is your left side of the bracket so far. And more other than Nagara, we pretty much called everything in this bracket so far. But
Yeah.
by the next time we have New Japan is actually tomorrow, and these are the matches we'll be seeing. To Hiroshi Tanahashi will be taking on Taichi. Who's
Mm,
going
mm.
Taichi or Tanahashi?
Wait a minute, wasn't is it Tanahashi?
Yeah, it's
Oh no,
Tanahashi and
no.
Taichi.
Really? I thought it was Umino. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. But either way, it could be Tai Chi. It could be Umino. It could be Energizer Battery. It's gonna be Tanahashi. So yeah.
And that brings us to our next match, Kota Ibushi versus Zack Sabre Jr. Now, obviously, whoever wins this match takes on Hiroshi Tanahashi in the second round matches.
Hmm.
And Tanahashi hasn't had the best luck with Zack Sabre Jr. as we know.
Right. And I think that is going to be an interesting match. Uh, both are young, both can go. Ibushi, he, I see him winning. I just can't see him winning the whole thing because he's like the current G1 champion.
Right.
So it's really rough to see me have him run through this New Japan Cup. So if they were to do it, I think it would be Zack Sabre Jr. doing it now to give that that rivalry that he had with Tanahashi a little bit more breath. So
I'm trying to remember who won the last match between Ibushi and Sabre Jr. Uh, usually Zack gives and takes a victory. He wins once, he loses one, but he wins it right back. Uh, that being said, I'm probably gonna go with Sabre Jr.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because if Tanahashi wins, I mean, I can't see Taichi going against Zack Sabre Jr. I see. I can't see him going against Zack Sabre Jr. So it would be Tana. I could see Tanahashi against Ibushi. I can't see Taichi against Zack Sabre Jr. though.
Fair enough. Next match, Rizusuke Taguchi versus Sanada.
Sonata next.
You
We
know,
know
no,
how I feel. You know how I feel about Sonata. Ain't even. You already
normally,
know.
normally I would agree with you, but it seems after the 110-day rest period, he did not come out of the gate strong.
That's lulling you to sleep, Sonata. Because I see a Sonata Takagi. I see a Sonata Shingo going.
Right.
That's why. To me, I think that would be a barn burner.
Oh, without a doubt. And that brings, obviously, we're just overshadowing who he's wrestling. No,
Show.
So. I always get that mixed up. They had
Yeah,
a barn burner about a year ago in the Best of the Super Juniors tournament, and this is kind of a rematch of that.
pretty much. And to me, I think uh I mean Show and Yo, I might as well just call them BTS. But
Ooh,
I mean that's what they remind me of. But I mean, to guy to Shingo is just he's it. Shingo to me is in that upper tier with Okada, Hiromu, and Naito. To me,
Right.
so if this is his coming out party, he's running through one hell of a bracket on that part of the bracket in that little quadrant, if you will. Because to me, you could make an argument other than Sho and Taguchi, everyone else
True, yeah.
running through that bitch.
And I could definitely make the argument Shingo is definitely going to have the better matches of this tournament, just considering who his opponents might be. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
I don't see him winning the tournament. You know, whether he hits into Tanahashi or Ibushi. I don't see him winning that match. You know, uh, stranger things have happened in New Japan. But I do see him going through Sho. Um, I'm sorry, but I see him going through Sonata as well.
how dare you?
But I don't see him getting that third round win against, honestly, any of these guys. Sabre Jr., Ibushi, Taichi, or Tanahashi.
But
But,
you know how New Japan do it. They'll have a motherfucker run through it, the hardest part, and then lose to the motherfucker you think he's supposed to run through.
oh yeah,
So
true. So true. And that brings us to the 23rd night 4 of New Japan action. Hiroshi Tenzan will take on Yoshihashi.
really,
Yep, it's a match.
no, yeah, no. It just, yeah, no. If Yoshihashi gets past the second round, I'm fucking like, yo. Like,
That takes us to our next match, Yo versus Bushi.
Yo has a better shot of making it out of his bracket than Sho. So yeah,
Without a doubt. I mean, Bushi is not the most unbeatable guy, right?
right.
And we all know Yoshihashi is Yoshihashi.
He's Yoshihashi, for better or for worse.
I
He's
mean,
Yoshi.
I sort of believe Yoshihashi uh, trips and falls to the ring and not actually make it into the match than him winning one of these matches.
True. I mean, to me, his biggest thing was the upset of Omega. That's probably his biggest win ever.
And that was like 3, maybe 4 years
Years
ago.
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they ain't done nothing after that.
Satoshi Kojima versus Evil.
Evil, I would say.
That makes sense to me.
I
And
would. I can make.
Hiroki
Uh,
Goto versus Yujiro Takahashi.
hmm, hmm, hmm. Um, Goto probably just coming back.
I
Really
could,
hasn't got his, like last year he came back, but he didn't really get a good shake.
right.
So
I might consider Yujiro winning this match. Just, to have that upset victory. Obviously, Evil and you look at the bottom right bracket, the only two guys that really seem like they have a shot of making it is Evil and Goto. And I would want to give maybe some momentum to Evil and not having to have him beat Goto on his way to the semifinals.
true. But that would mean Bushi would have to fall, and Tenzan would have to run through because unless God help us, if Yoshi makes the fucking If Yoshi makes it to fight Gozo, yeah, it's desperate. Desperate, my man. Desperate.
Yeah, it's Yoshihashi and Evil in the semifinals.
That would be
Yeah.
the biggest uh upset in a sense of goddamn Yoshi making the semis would be bigger than Nagata beating Minoru.
Oh yeah. I think some people might get heart attacks from shock.
People gonna get strokes, seizures. Like, what the fuck?
Somebody, somebody just woke up from a coma. Who won the New Japan Cup? Yoshihashi. Back to sleep.
Back to sleep. Yep, that would be that. That sums it up perfectly.
Now, might as well go to the second round of the right bracket since we're here. Anyway, Togi Makabe versus Tomohiro Ishii. Who wins the match, Kaliko?
Ugh. Ishii.
Yeah, fair enough.
I say Ishii.
Toriano versus Hiromu Takahashi.
Takahashi.
But that's gonna
And that's
be,
because that Takahashi Ishii would be a burner boy.
oh yeah. And Yano and Takahashi is probably gonna be the most entertaining match of the whole tournament.
Yep.
Kazuchika Okada versus Yuji Nagata.
Ugh. Beforehand, I would have said Okada,
Oh yeah.
but New Japan will fuck around and be like, Nagata, make it to the semis. Like, yo. And he doesn't have to be good all the time. He just got to be good for 3 good dates. So uh, I'm gonna stick with Okada. That's gonna be my. That's my. I'll stick with it.
I mean, that's a good hill to die on, picking Okada.
I mean, he's the best, and he's only in his early 30s. Shit.
But I wanna see Okada versus Hiromu. But if I'm Okada, do I really want to lose to a junior weight? So the only other person viable to take Okada out is Nagata, because he's the only heavyweight he would have throughout his tournament run.
Yeah, unless they plan to push Ishii to Okada, and I don't see. I mean, I could see it happening, but because they don't really care about stablemates fighting each other. But I feel like Takahashi um getting that rub to get looked at beyond light heavyweight would help him beating Ishii and losing in a valiant effort to Okada.
Fair, fair enough. Um, Next match, Yoshinobu Kadamaru versus Ishimori. I gotta go with Kadamaru. Ishimori's never beaten him before.
I mean, he's only this far because he beat a young lion. Next.
True, but Kadamaru, but Ishimori beat Gabriel Kidd, who's a young lion too. Both of these guys beat young lions.
I mean, yeah, but you can see them. Oh yeah, you only beat here because of this. Uh, it ain't like Kota Ibushi who made it through Zack Sabre Jr. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
there's levels to it. Like, there's a reason they were at the bottom and not main event night two.
Right.
There was a reason.
So Kadamaru, Ishimori, who wins?
Uh, I'll go Kanemaru just because Kanemaru Okada. Yeah, that could make it, I guess.
It's another, sneaky style type match.
Yeah,
But
and
you're gonna
and
have
it, I mean,
you might have a barn burner if it's Ishimori versus Okada.
true, but either way, they're all losing to Okanos, and that's all that matters.
And what did it cost them?
Everything.
And that will be, we just covered 4 nights of New Japan action right now. And we will cover the rest when it becomes available to us. Definitely going to shine a light next week when we cover all these shows, right?
Pretty much. It'll probably be just me and you talking, but I'll take it.
Yeah. Scooter Dust might actually be taking sabbatical for the time being. Maybe more on that next week. But we will conclude our coverage of New Japan, the New Japan Cup, and that will do it for this show. If you like the show, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. Catch us every Saturday at 2 o'clock. If you want to join the conversation, you can follow all of us on Twitter. Where can you find? I'm at JamesJ993. Where can they find Kaliko Yachts?
I am Kaliko, and yesterday or 2 days ago, a couple days ago, was Rey Mysterio Day. Booyaka, booyaka. 619.
Did you actually go? Was Rey Mysterio signing autographs the other day?
Oh no, that was 7 years old. That picture was old as hell. That was an old ass picture. I had people come at me and talk about, don't tell me Rey Mysterio was out there in a pandemic doing it. I'm like, bro, it's like 7 years ago. Jesus.
I mean, it looked like an old pixel. I wasn't sure, but I thought it was cool as shit anyway. Either way.
I mean, I just had people asking me, how the hell did you get a picture with him in the Home Depot parking lot? But that's either.
Oh my god, that was a Home Depot parking lot?
Oh yeah. See, the funny story with that was because they had a Rey Mysterio. It was a house show. They had a house show that Saturday night. It was in 2013, I believe. It was like right after SummerSlam, I want to say, when it was in LA, and they had a little signing of Rey Mysterio right across the street. If you're in San Diego, and they have the sports arena, but right across from it they have the plaza. So right across the street from the sports arena is the Home Depot parking lot. So they had a signing at the Home Depot parking lot.
Damn, that's cool as shit.
And this was back when him and Sin Cara was allegedly supposed to be tag teaming, but that we all know where that went. So.
Oh yeah. For Kaliko Yachts, Mitch Mayhem, and Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Happy Papa's Day.